Welcome back to TalkBack. We are with the Commerce and Trade Minister of India, Mr. Kamal Nath. How can the Pakistanis and the Indians and the Chinese, going back to that, the Indians and the Chinese can trade first and talk later, but the Pakistanis and the Indians cannot trade first and talk later. They want to talk first and trade later.
You need to be asking this question in Islamabad, not in Delhi.
No, but I have asked this question in Islamabad, and this is what they say, sir. They say that the Indians don't want to talk at all. There's intransigence.
No,
there's inflexibility.
Talks have been going on. There is talks at various levels have been going on. President Musharraf has had these talks. There's trade. There are informal talks going on. There's the the parallel talks going on. They are going on all the time. And of course, in the last several months, may have been a slowdown because of the internal situation in Pakistan. And now, once Pakistan's new government is there, I'm sure they will move on, because India itself desires to have good and great relations with Pakistan. India wants it, the Indians want it.
Just trade relations.
Relations. I didn't say trade, any
if
kind
it
of
wanted relations, sir, it would probably give Pakistan an eyeball-to-eyeball contact and reciprocity when it came to Kashmir. It doesn't do that, sir.
Well, again, if we say that everything is contingent upon Kashmir, well, then things will move the way they are moving. The talks will continue.
There will be blockages, you're saying.
Because that's what's happened in SAFTA. That's what's happening in investment. That's what's happening in SAFTA simply. That's why we cannot have a bilateral trade agreement.
Is trade hostage to the security apparatus?
Well, at the pace at which it's moving, the very fact which is demonstrated by Pakistan signing the SAFTA and not implementing it, it is hostage. Why not? When Pakistan knows they are winning. Why not? When Pakistan knows that $2 billion of goods from India go to Pakistan via Dubai. It's known to Pakistan.
And your only answer?
It's not secret. It doesn't go underground. It goes all. Why? When it's all known, why shouldn't Pakistan say, listen, we know it's coming from Dubai, please send it to us directly?
And your answer to the NTBs is that they are not Pakistan specific.
They are not Pakistan specific. And if they are, I must say this, and I want to say this as clearly and as firmly as we can, we will lift them. We are committed to lift them. If there is any which are by default and not by design, if there are none by design, if there are any by default, it's a commitment made by my Prime Minister to President Musharraf on this, and he's given me these specific instructions. There should be no specific trade barriers against Pakistan.
Okay. What about the Ministry of Commerce? Is the Ministry of Commerce weaker than the Ministry of Defense in India? How does that work out? Why doesn't the Ministry of Commerce really push for this as far as talking is concerned? Just a hypothetical. Here is Mr. Kamal Nath, one of the most popular ministers of India, an old Congress hand, charming, popular, etc., sitting here in his office. Why doesn't he go and push the Congress leadership to give more impetus to the security aspect as well, for the sake of, if nothing else, just trade? It's your portfolio. Don't you think trade will improve if there's more progress on the security aspect?
Our government, it's not the Ministry of Defense or our foreign ministry. Our government as a whole wants to move forward. And I know that. I have not only been, it's not this, not just something within our government, I've been urging the Pakistan government. In every talk I had with President Musharraf, every talk I had with former Prime Minister Shaukat Aziz, with Mr. Humayun Akhtar Khan, good friend. And I said that, listen, we need to be driving this. You please push your governments. India wants to have good relations with Pakistan in every sphere.
Yet the joint study groups are slow when they come to progress.
Well, why?
Yet the composite dialogue is slow when it comes to progress.
Is there one date where the study group has to meet where India doesn't find it convenient? I'm willing to conclude a bilateral trade agreement with Pakistan in 3 months' time. And I say this openly. I've been pursuing this for 4 years. I pursued this for 4 years. I've been urging Pakistan and that please comply with this SAFTA. You have signed it. I'm urging them for a bilateral trade agreement. But Pakistan must make it happen. I can't just sign on an agreement on my own.
What would you say to the government of India about talking as far as security is concerned?
Talks are going on. Of course, the internal situation in Pakistan...
But not at a favorable pace, sir.
Well, there can be different perceptions about pace. Of course, there
There
will.
are perceptions in Pakistan that the pace is not
I,
reasonable.
I don't think so. There have been substantive talks, there have been useful talks, they've been going on, and I think they'll continue now with the present political situation getting a bit more stable in Pakistan. Of course, I think these will get a natural impetus of their own.
And your final words for the Pakistani business community and perhaps the business establishment and the political establishment?
Well, my word to the Pakistan business community is that India welcomes Pakistan, welcomes Pakistan's economic engagement with India, and the government will do all it can to create an enabling environment and will facilitate it as much as it can.
Kamal Nath, thank you for coming to Talk Back. Thanks for talking back. That was